Hey friends, it's been a minute. It's been a minute, I know, but I completely forgot to actually film an intro, so as I'm editing, I was like, okay, I have nothing to use for an intro. I hope you enjoy this video, and yeah, we're just gonna get right on into it. I'm going to start with obviously my foundation. I already did my brows and I primed with the NARS Pore and Shine Control Primer. I love it. It smooths everything out because I have really bad oil and pores, like really big pores. Like when I say I'm oily, I'm not joking. I don't use that lightly. Like I am oily. It's inevitable. I'm going to sweat throughout the day. My brows are Anastasia, the Pompade, Dipbrow Pompade in soft brown here, and I go over it with the BENIFIT thing. I'm pretty sure it's 2.5, it might be 3, I'm not 100% sure, but anyway, so this is what I use, the BYEBYE foundation. It is amazing. It keeps me matte, it keeps me exactly the way I want it to be in a foundation. So I'm just going to when I say I love a full coverage foundation, I like it full coverage. Because I do everything I can with like skincare wise and stuff. I drink water, obviously not a lot of it, but I drink my water, I do what I'm supposed to do, and I still have some bad skin. So I love, if I'm gonna buy a foundation, I want it to be full coverage, as matte as possible, but we do the best we can. And this is close foundation that I have found that I absolutely love. It makes me feel, it doesn't sit heavy on the skin. Like I don't feel like it's just sitting in my pores. I feel like it's actually sitting there and doing its job. Really blended into that hairline. And my biggest problem area is my nose, 100%. I mean, it creases more there. I mean, product just doesn't like to stay on my nose. No, and I have tried seriously every product that people have recommended known to man. So doing the best I can here. Alright, now I'm going to go in with the Tarte Shape Tape. I am a sucker for this. I have tried the Revolution concealer, didn't like it. It clumped a lot. I tried the e.l.f. concealer. Surprisingly, I didn't care for the camo. I did at one point, and then the more I used it, the more I just didn't like it. Now, the hydrating camo concealer, I'm here for it. That's what I did to carve out my brows, and I'll go back into it later. But like under my eyes, this is definitely for me. I use the shade Light. Definitely should have a darker shade, but it's fine. I'm not one of those people that goes crazy and makes cute little shapes and stuff on their eyes. I ain't got time for that. I will bring it right down my nose and then fan it up like that. And I like coming on here, brightening it up, chin. So every time I do my concealer, like I'm about to blend it, like this is already this is already damp, but I always go in with this Smashbox photo finish, just kind of damp it back up and go in. I really focus under my eye, like literally right under it, because I crease a lot right there, like a lot, and it's one of the problem areas other than my nose. My nose is still the biggest problem area I have, and I'll make sure like I pull my skin down as much as possible and I'm pushing it in there. Now I have like really oily eyelids, like, and I thought I was crazy, you know, saying I have really oily eyelids, and I really didn't tell anybody that. And then I came across Casey Holmes on YouTube, and she was describing like her skin problems and concerns and stuff like that, and when she said that, I was just like, boom, it's meant to be. This is who I'm supposed to be watching for sure. And ever since, she has been my favorite. Now that that is all blended, I will go in with the Beauty Bakery Flour Better Not Bitter. And I will just go in. This is a Real Techniques. It's a blush brush. I don't listen to the rules. And I will just set my entire face with this. But the purpose of all that is just to set it flat. Like I said, I like a really matte look, and that's what gives it to me. My favorite powder, setting powder, is the Too Faced Peach, which apparently they're discontinuing it. I'm not okay, but it's fine. So now that all that is set, before I get this on my white shirt. Shout out. I don't need to touch my shirt. Alright, now I'm going to go in with contour. And I kind of go back and forth on which brush I like to use. I have the Jaclyn Hill, or the JH02. And this is the Morphe M523. I'm going to go with this right now. And I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills in Rosewood. And I make sure I focus on, I get my cheekbone, which is right here, and I go slightly above it. And then I'll bring it down a little bit. Now I'm going to go ahead and go into my forehead, and I make sure all them baby hairs come back. And I focus it on the edge at first. Here. And then I'll flip that over, because when I'm going in on this side. So now I'm flipping it. There's no product on that side. It looks like it, but there's not. And then I'm just blending that down. Anyways, I look rough. That's how it is. Now I'm going to go in, and then I'm going to do under my chin. Alright. I'm going to contour just a smidge. And I use the, I cannot get away from this. This is the IT Cosmetics You Sculpted. You're going to know what I go in with. This one here. This is the soft contour. AKA why I said I'm doing a soft contour. Contour brush. This is an E20. I just like the shape of it. And I just go in and I swirl it around. And I make my duck face and I contour. And what I'm doing is I'm going right there, like right there, barely below my cheekbone. Barely below it. Oh, you can barely tell on camera. So that side of my bronzer is not looking too hot. Alright, now I'm going to do my nose ever so slightly. That's my nose contour. This is a JH40. Like I said, I don't make the rules, I just do my contour. Alright, I'm going to get in close for this one. I do not have a heavy hand with this at all. Like, I'm being very gentle. This is a very, like, fluffy-ish brush. It almost kind of looks pretty harsh on camera, but it's really not that harsh. I do it very lightly. Now that that's done, I'm going to go back in with my damp sponge, and I'm going with the AirSpun Translucent. Obviously, I need some more. And I'm going in with that flat side. And I am covering it like so. Alright, now that that's done, I go in just a little bit more, not the whole thing, and that's when I do my nose. That's it. All I do there. Now while that's sitting, I'm going to go ahead and go in and do my eyes. All I do, literally, it's like a quick look, this is all I do. This palette I got, mine and my husband's first Christmas together gave me a gift card, and this is what I used it on. And I lived through it. This was a highlighter, amazing. It fell out of my bag one day and it shattered. I cried. Not really, but pretty close. Alright, so I'm going to go in with the color Instinct. And I'm just taking a M535 brush, swirling it around, and just throwing it in my crease. And I'm not being precise with this. I'm just making sure that I have some form of shadow here because I'm not a fan of like really white eyes. Literally all I do. For like the eyeshadow, I will go underneath and do this. Now this, I have no idea what brush this is. This is my under eye brush. It's like a under eye buff brush. I'll take that same exact shade and go under my eye. And that is it. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and brush that away. There it is. Now I'm going to go in with the blush in this palette. This is a blush that I cannot get away from. Favorite brush. I absolutely love this color. The brush I'm using, it just says Morphe. I know it's a blush brush. I know that. And I always make this like squinty little look and do my blush and then just pull it right up. Not someone who's like super heavy on blush. I can say that. I am one of those people. Alright. That's done. I'm going to do, I'm going with this Eco Tools stippling, I think that's the right word, brush, blend everything in. I'm going to put my mascara and lashes on. I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the look. My mascara is the Benefit Roller Lash. I love the wand. I love the formula of it. I love a thinner wand. I love it so much. But I'll go in with that. Then I'll put the lashes on. These are these are Demi Wispies that I have. And just as a little bit of natural look, I will use this. This is the Big Ego by Tarte, and it's just the wand that I'm obsessed with. Like the way it fans out and everything, I just go in and I'll tap a little bit just to show a little bit natural, like I said. But that's that. The lip is by Morphe, and it is Taunt. I did slightly touch up my brows a little bit because I kind of felt like they shrunk as I was doing my makeup. So all I did was go in with the Revolution here. I kind of need a little bit more. Ooh. Yes, you could do your brows by itself with this one product. Then I'm going to go in and set it. This is the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter, and it has a little bitty wand like so, and you just go in and set them babies. Now I'm going to go in with highlight. I use, it's a Real Techniques 421, right? Yeah. And that is how it looks. Going in with the DESIXKATY highlighter in Fuego. I used to hate highlight going up the nose. You just think, that is so ridiculous. Why do people do that? For just a little bit. This is the BECCA in Opal. I still have my Jaclyn Hill palette, but the Champagne Pop is gone. I'm upset. It's fine. Alright, so I'm going to go in with this Urban Glow eyeshadow brush. It's just kind of like feathered. Anyways, we're going to put this on the inner corner, right above that lip. And that's it. I hope you like the video. If I didn't explain something more in depth and you want to see that more in depth, let me know below. Please subscribe before you leave. Hit that post notification bell so you know every single time I upload. Anything you want to see, just let me know. I will be happy to film what you want.